If you've been a gamer for a while, there's no way you haven't played or at least heard about Halo. And if you've heard of it, you probably also heard about the show adaptation of it and how it's quite messy. In today's video, we're going to dive in a little deeper into how, with an explosive finale, Halo ended its dramatic yet uneven first season. First up, Master Chief's awful character assassination. The first and foremost thing that shocked fans of the original Halo universe was the poor representation of Master Chief in this Paramount Plus series. As the main character of the games, he's always been the character you're rooting for. He's the big, strong super soldier who's essentially the mascot of Halo and Xbox, despite being nearly faceless, considering he's pretty much never takes his helmet off. His character has even been used to market so many products, from Slurpees at 7-Eleven to Mountain Dew. He's simply an icon, perhaps even a niche, alternative form of celebrity to some people. But the poor guy's personality has been completely stripped and reshaped in this new TV dimension of Halo, and that the fact has been incredibly disappointing to those who have grown up loving Master Chief. In episode 8 of the show, he even commits a war crime when he sleeps with a Covenant spy. It not only completely ruins any integrity he's been demonstrated to have in Halo history, but also feels downright wrong and out of place. Next, we have the face reveal. First, there's the fact that Master Chief isn't nearly as charming in the show. He's doing his laundry and going to parks. Who even cares about that stuff? But on top of that, there's the fact that his face reveal was absolutely unwarranted. About 40 minutes into the first episode, he takes off his helmet. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no build-up. There's nothing emotional in the scene. It's honestly quite random, even boring. Let's face it, the only people who are watching the show are the ones who have loved the games for a while. And for these people, Master Chief's face was a pretty big deal. The whole helmet aspect of Master Chief's character added a layer of mystery to him, which is all taken away quite unnecessarily in just the beginning of the show. It's a massive snub of the showrunner's end. This raises the question, do they not understand how much impact and meaning is associated with his face? When fans have spent years being obsessed with him only to never know what he looked like, the least they deserve is a decent story and some dramatic flair when they finally find out. We know that at the end of the day, the showrunners may just say the show isn't canon, but is saying that enough when they've taken away the essence of a character so loved for over 2 decades? The reveal was simply not earned. When it happened without any development of the man in the armor, it just felt sudden and uncalled for. It didn't even feel like a big moment, and now it doesn't feel like the games. An enormous problem that critics of the show pointed out is that the show doesn't feel like it's even related to the games to begin with. It feels like some sort of cheap spin-off. A Halo TV adaptation was first announced in May of 2013. That's right, fans have waited over 8 years to see their favorite game come to life in a live-action version. And now that it finally did come out, everything is different. There are extremely few fighting sequences, and the sci-fi and plot points of the show have nothing to do with the original stories of the game. In short, nothing that makes Halo actually made it to the screen. While the games have been nothing short of special, this show comes off as a mediocre attempt at a sci-fi show with poor writing and pacing. It focuses things that are kind of irrelevant. Does anyone really care about Desert Planet? Where are the characters that could have spiced things up a little bit more? Why were Sergeant Johnson and Foe Hammer not brought into the show? Maybe the show would have been much better if it was just a retelling of the original games, expanding on the lore. Perhaps then it wouldn't have been such a roller coaster of random plot points. Many Redditors have even said that maybe the creators of the show should have built a whole new story altogether with new characters. Keeping the original characters but throwing them into a world that has nothing to do with them is just disrespectful to loyal fans. So let's discuss the ending. The finale of the show has left some people underwhelmed and some hopeful for the next season. In an action-packed episode, Cortana ends up with control over John's body. In the final scenes, Kai asks the question, "John, is that you?" to a yet again faceless character, which is exactly the question viewers were asking too. With no one really knowing how Cortana inhabited John's body, the mystery remains unsolved. Who really is the man under the helmet? Well, the voice underneath be Cortana's or John's. Executive producer David Wolfkill did, however, mention how important it was that John and Cortana trust each other, and how this could have been seen coming from the way the story was brought up. The final episode led to speculation that the future of the story could include Search of the Ring, more war, and more aliens. And now on to other news. And season 2 is confirmed. Love it or hate it, another season for the show is in the works. Though none of us can say when it'll come out, judging by how long showrunners look to make season 1 a reality. This gives them a great shot at a redemption arc for Master Chief. They may even be able to incorporate some of the original story to win over some fans. What we know so far is that the producers have confirmed that the feedback from the first season will have a significant impact on the season to follow. Maybe this time, they will actually learn from all this stirred up controversy and create a story that isn't completely different. The shooting for the next volume is to begin around August of 2022 in Budapest. The Silver timeline is apparently expanding, so some new places can be expected. Plus, new characters are also rumored to be part of the second season. The interesting thing to note is that a new showrunner is on board for what's to come, and maybe a new vision for how this series should unravel. Collaborating with someone who wasn't involved in the first project also means that an outsider who developed his own opinions on the original production can actually directly affect how the rest of the story unfolds. Next, updates coming to Halo Infinite. If you're loving Halo Infinite, you're about to love it more. New updates have been announced by the game makers, and they're expected to drop within June. This drop pod update will essentially fix tiny bugs the game has had for a while, plus make improvements to the game ranked arena matchmaking system. Health buffs to the light and medium vehicles can also be expected, expected. Controls of the Scorpion tank will also be improved to make it less frustrating vehicles to drive. Hopefully this makes these vehicles more convenient in the arenas. This update can mean a lot of things: more stability, more balance, less UI-related issues, and improved performance. Developers are also hoping it'll be easier to identify cheaters, with a newly added restriction where players have to have played at least 25 games before they attempt anything competitive. And finally, maps from Halo 2 and 3 coming to Halo Infinite. Recent rumors have emerged about Halo Infinite having a Battle Royale mode by fall of 2023. The current player count is 60 players, but it may go up to 75, which is still relatively little considering the most Battle Royales have around 100 players. The more interesting part of these rumors, though, is that the OG maps from Halo 2 and 3 will be resurfacing. Gaming YouTuber Sean W has been slightly more specific with the rumored leaks, and has claimed at least one map from both Halo 2 and 3 will be included in the upcoming Battle Royale. He has also said that according to his source, gameplay will be exactly the same as it is right now, but it will have tiered versions of weapons and loot boxes. Still, it is important to remember this news does have to be taken with a grain of salt, since it is not yet confirmed by any official sources. We surely hope this news is true, because this could be quite nostalgic for those who have loved the games for a while. While Halo 5 Guardians was widely criticized, 343 Industries made a great comeback with Halo Infinite. This game was received very positively by the masses, much like Halo 3, which was the biggest game at its time of release. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think will happen in Season 2? Do you think showrunners will learn from their mistakes? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!